my bad. Like actually, I alright,
It's
my
the
bad.
secured core standard. Also,
Anyway,
a couple of other things that any such machine would likely have.
I'm
But that
bad.
wasn't always the case. See, the original
My
Windows
bad.
Recall was only officially available on laptops with Snapdragon X Elite and X Plus processors, which, unfortunately, we didn't have access to at the time. But thanks to a legend by the name of Albacore, we were able to get it up and running on this old HP Elite Folio, which conveniently has been powered down with
My
great
bad.
software.
I'm bad.
I can't hear your Windows Update since before Microsoft delayed the launch, allowing us to compare old Recall to new Recall. Let's see exactly what's different. Well, for starters, Recall is now opt-in instead of being on by default. That is a very big improvement. But with that said, Microsoft has a long, proud history of using dark patterns to trick you into changing default system settings, or even just changing them on their own. So I'm going to believe that this is permanent when I see it. What else has changed? Well,
Bro, I'm going to turn it on right here. Look, right
Microsoft
here.
now says
Are
that
you
Recall is
blind?
secure
It's right here.
with the data encrypted,
Oh my
protected
goodness.
by BitLocker, and requiring Windows Hello authentication.
You're annoying. I'm not like turn now to. No time.
Of course, they said
You're like bothering me.
it was secure a year ago too, though. So let's make our
So, who are you talking to? Who? Oh my. What?
way through this helpful FAQ from 2024 and compare what they said then and how it behaves on both of our machines. Let's
Yeah, I'm going to turn it on.
see here. Recall snapshots are kept on the local hard disk. Okay, that was true before. In fact, they're right here in this Core AI
You?
platform folder under the user's local.
Really? I'm not suing. Well, I'm not suing. Why do I care about it? You care comment or class. Oh my goodness. You're going. Get out here. Stupid. Get out here. What?
App data and
Yeah, my wide screen. You go hate somebody in 5 minutes. I mean, you go sit and watch. Not hate somebody, no. I said go sit and watch. Go outside. Tell somebody. It's like a hate on me. So you hate on somebody. You're actually jealous. Jealous of me. I can tell. I'm pretty sure I can tell you're serious. To be honest. You're probably serious. I can tell.
okay, yep, that
Anyway.
looks like it's still true. How about data is protected using disk encryption and BitLocker?
Like seriously, go there and that's it's the best. Anyway,
That was at least partly true back in 2024, but was also pretty misleading. See, BitLocker
Misleading.
would protect your data,
Yeah.
including your recall snapshots, if somebody stole your device. But if you were logged in and you just
yeah, I will get it by I'll go get it by how will that work.
step
I'll go get it by how it works. So hacker can just freely, hacker, right? If we're like good hacker, this is the freely is.
away for a moment, then those snapshots would be protected.
Like I'm talking about a hacker is good at hacking, like random people, or I don't know. I should fail. I should find a way to bypass the antivirus something. I don't know.
Only by Windows permissions, and
I will find a way to bypass.
I don't know this for sure, but I think most elite hacksaws are pretty good at clicking continue. All right, let's see what else we got here. We've got show file extensions on, by the way. So I'm gonna go out on a limb and guess that this .db file here is the database. And if we look at the file header in a hex editor,
Messi or Monado? Messi.
it looks like it's just a SQLite database. So we can use any of the dozens of free tools out there to interact with that, and there it is. Look at all that plain text. Oh my God. I read about this back then, but I didn't actually look at it for myself. It's just plain text.
Yeah.
That's wild. And if I stretch my detective skills just a little bit further, I would guess that image store folder is full of images.
Why Messi? That's it in my opinion, well. You gotta like love him so much.
Oh no.
You gotta love. Ooh. Oh. Ooh. And
They're not images. They're unknown files. I can't surely do anything about this. Open
I can.
hex editor. And would you look at that? JFIF, which means, oh my God.
What?
Watch this, I accidentally figured this out. If I click and drag, it previews it. Now all I need to do
Right,
is
I
open
see.
it and, wow, I hacked it. Oh man, that's a yikes. So that's it.
I told you I will find a way to bypass. But you say, oh, it'll protect you. No. Hacker will find a way to bypass. And how can do that? Hacker always find a way to bypass. Something again, cannot avoid it. It's not that hard for them to bypass. But when
That's what Jordan was doing on his computer at some time. All the metadata is just in there. Okay, timestamp 2023, December 4th. Because
What?
this computer is set to 2024. So that's, yeah, that probably
Yeah, that's
is
about right
when
there.
we were looking at it. Pathetic. Let's look at the new one. This database file, right there. AE.
what I'm watching, this one. This is what I'm watching. You see it? I'm gonna show you. Right here. Right here.
ES encrypted. Also, where
You
we
go see it? Right here out my screen. If you go see it, get out my live screen. Get out.
had plain text before, now we have not so plain text. Scrambledy scrambled. That's what we want to see. Okay, what about the image
You don't see it? Get out.
store folder though?
Get out.
It's a different folder now.
Get out.
Okay, all right.
Cleverly hid them.
Yeah, this probably a JPEG. Let's try the same trick, okay? No thumbnail preview. And if we try to open it, no dice. Okay. Everything seems to be actually encrypted this time. So I got to give Microsoft a point on our scoreboard for fixing that. But then I've also got to take a point away for lying about it in the first place. So then, okay, old recall -1 point, new recall 0 points. Let's have a look at our next claim here.
Go roll me. Bro. Are you going with I'm not trying to be cool, but what are you all about? I'm not trying to get here. What are you all about? Go roll me? Wait, what are you explaining? You guys are weird. I don't know what you guys are about. You guys are friends or mess. You guys actually are some kind of drug. Actually, I don't know, you guys are weird. You have to be on some kind of drug.
Microsoft won't view your recall data or make it available for targeted advertisements. The skeptic in me wants to add "yet" to the end of that statement. But I would say that it was probably true when they were first testing and is probably still true at the time we're filming this. Though, once again, I feel it's a matter of time.
I want you. Hey.
Before they quietly change this and then hope that no one will notice. As for this next one, this is where things get objectively really bad. Snapshots are only available to the person whose profile was used to sign into the device. If two people share a device, they will not be able to access each other's snapshots. Okay, when we tested this back in 2024, that was a straight up lie and potentially a really dangerous one. By simply creating an administrator account on the same machine, I could easily navigate to any other user's app data folder and then check out anything that they've ever done on the computer. Now, I hate to even have to bring up such horrible scenarios, but guys, imagine this in the case of a journalist in an oppressive regime whose device was seized by force, or for a victim of domestic abuse who was trying to find help online. As Recall was implemented in 2024, a bad actor could have seen everything their victim had done on the computer, and that was enabled by default. Fortunately, that's
Just do window 7 or 10 or 9 or 8. But you will be fine. And nobody will know.
seems to have changed now.
Yeah, but anyway, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay, stop recording OBS. You have to take my word for it. I'm signing out. I'm signing in as other user. Core AI platform, UKP, continue. Okay, so all this still works, but because it's all encrypted, we can't view it. So with the shift to opt-in, the addition of Windows Hello authentication, and things seemingly actually being encrypted this time, it is a little less horrifying, but
You know what? Why is it so? I'll go use it. I should sit in shower. Okay. I had a seafood homemade I had homemade seafood hair spray.
still don't think Microsoft has gone far enough to educate users on the dangers of this feature. See, people do still share accounts in 2025, and I guarantee you that most of your normie friends are not going to pay attention to all the little icons that are down in their system tray. So saying, oh yeah, that little blue squiggle, that means you're getting surveilled. That doesn't really cut it for me. Also, the old FAQ claimed that Recall couldn't be accessed by other applications or services. But while it is possible that other Microsoft apps didn't access this stuff back in 24, within days of the preview launch, there were multiple tools that could extract Recall data both locally and remotely. So that particular feels at
I'm telling out weirdo in my chat. You guys are weirdo. You're out my chat, bro. Asking me for my personal info changes. That's all I know. You're out my chat, bro. Asking me for my personal info. Get out of here, bro. Get out of here. Weirdo, well.
at the very least like a lie by omission. Take a look at Total Recall, for example. The media called this a hacker tool, but what it really is a few dozen lines of Python that an AI assistant could probably crap out for you in about 30 seconds. Total Recall copied the images and the database folder.
Also, if I won't leave me alone, if I will scratch me. Okay. It usually arrest.
Made a handy little
I'm calling with China.
all your window titles.
Là, you go outside from hell.
And if you scrolled through it,
Oh, wow, what's wrong with
yet
people,
another
eh?
lie from our pals at Microsoft. Microsoft claimed back then that Recall didn't record incognito windows in most common browsers, Edge, Firefox, Opera, and Google Chrome. But plain as day, here's a window title from Fark.com, which we only visited in a brief incognito session. Anyway, back to other apps being blocked from Recall data. At least on the new one, because they're encrypted, something like Total Recall couldn't be just randomly created by a third party. But it's also clear that Microsoft isn't even pretending that their own apps can't access the data. On our new machine, the new Click to Do Copilot feature requires Recall to be enabled and is, by all appearances, a other app or service. So lie then, and I guess it's gone from the FAQ now, so no longer a lie, but certainly a change. Anywho, the 2025 flavor of Recall adds a toggle that will filter sensitive information automatically, which seems to be enabled by default, which is something, but it relies on the AI recognizing that any information that you have on screen is sensitive, and I really don't know if I would trust this guy to determine if my on-screen data is sensitive or not.
So,
At least, not yet. So what's the bottom line here?
so Biden or
I gotta
Trump?
give Microsoft some credit. They could have just powered forward and released Recall.
I'm going so Biden or Trump, then people will get mad at me. So no, I vote for them. I'm not over by.
Recall in its primitive state. But instead, they listened to the outrage of the tech community
I'm
and
not
making what looks like a
getting flat. I'm not getting flat or possibly. I'm not getting flat or possibly. But we possibly.
a serious
Oh my goodness, well. Well. No. My someone is not that good. How you gonna beat my someone is good? It's not. It's not gonna
Expensive dates
good.
with my fiance.
You're probably wondering, why is this a $10,000 date?
Why is it?
Gordon Ramsay himself is going to be cooking our meals.
The Gordon Ramsay.
Yep. Come on in.
Welcome to Lucky Camp Miami.
It's nice meeting you.
Yes, how's it going?
What an amazing night this is going to be.
Oh, I'm excited.
Oh,
man.
Come on, some delicious
Peacock?
I said peacock.
Oh, peacock. Oh,
To celebrate this $10,000 dinner, some seriously exclusive sushi.
ladies first.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Why
Yeah, this is good.
do people always say ladies first? I still go to it. What about men first? Men first. What about that? I don't know. Let's just do that.
We have a delicious
Lamb
glorious
burst.
chicken, wonderful
Anyway.
fried rice, and duck bao bun.
Duck tacos.
Bao buns.
Duck
I'm
tacos.
joking.
Bao bun.
But,
You can yell
what?
at
I
me.
will do in a minute. You're pushing my limits, man. Enjoy.
I want you to take the first bite.
I knew you were gonna do that.
It's only the $10,000 date, and we already have the
What
world's
the
best
world?
chef cooking a romantic dinner just for the two of us. Nothing could possibly ruin this moment.
Chef?
What are you guys
Oh, no,
doing here?
no.
I got you.
Come on, man. Don't rip it.
I'm not ripping it, chef. I'm not ripping it.
Oh, my goodness me.
Why are you disrespecting his restaurant?
This is supposed to be a romantic dinner.
Nolan, mine's burning.
That's it. I'm done. What are you?
An idiot sandwich. That is worth 10K alone.
You guys are turning into a nightmare.
For $10,000, Gordon had a romantic surprise for our final course.
We are. Whoa, who is we? Wait, Mr. We had his girlfriend? Yeah. Apparently, yeah.
No, this is romantic.
This is actually very romantic.
Aw, thank you.
This $10,000 date was amazing. I honestly can't imagine how these dates are gonna get any better. The 50
Well, I don't think his girlfriend like Mr. We. I think his girlfriend is new to him. I mean, he's married, I don't know. I'm still playing, maybe. I mean, she's married, I don't know. It feels strange though. I don't know, I can't tell. What's the word of it? Oh my goodness. Wow, I'm really pleased.
$50,000 date is this entire private island.
Wait,
So
wait.
me and Tia brought some friends with us to make this a quadruple date.
Wait, what is that?
This is Tom, the turkey.
Please tell me we're not eating Tom.
We are not eating Tom.
I didn't know if this was like a say hi to your dinner thing as you arrive.
We have this entire $50,000 island and everything on it to ourselves.
I said the best way to kick off an island date is to go jet skiing.
Best date ever.
You might recognize Grizz and Hayes from the video where they spent 74 days in the wilderness together.
The day I took that hood off and saw you was the best day of my life.
And you saw these two when Josh spent 22 days in solitary confinement. These three spent weeks away from their wives, so I thought I'd give them some quality time together.
This is the best date we've ever been on.
Does the wife approve?
I approve.
This is how I make good with all the people I put in prolonged places. Oh my gosh, that was so close.
If that real?
Oh, we're bouncing.
Nolan is flying solo
What the
for this date.
world?
But later on, he'll be going on a date with Madison Beer.
If that his girlfriend, that's tough. If I'm being sweet.
The great outfit.
Everyone, the island is all yours. Go do whatever you want.
Yeah, it has to be sweet, well, there's no way it has to be real.
So we all enjoyed the luxuries of this $50,000 island date.
All right, everyone, heads up.
Like hitting golf balls that are also fish food right into the ocean.
Tia, you show me how it's done.
I actually don't know how to do this.
Now we're getting couples massages on the beach. There's just a person on my back. Very relaxing.
Grizz and Hayes were playing some beach volleyball. Against their wives, of course. And Josh and his wife were having a picnic on the beach.
I forgive you for taking him away from you for so long.
Welcome in, guys. Wait, there's rose petals.
Aw,
I mean, I laid those just for you. Shh.
For 50 grand, we all get these luxurious bungalows.
Where do the petals lead? I mean, look where the petals lead.
Into the lovely master suite.
I made a heart just for you.
it is so pretty. And you picked them yourself.
Oh, I made this myself.
Wow.
And as the sun was setting on this $50,000 date,
To our loved one.
Nolan was the only one at dinner without
Pineapple.
until Tom the Turkey showed up.
Nolan, we found you a partner. I'm all good on Tom.
After dinner, we did some couples dancing.
Radar dance move. Show.
Park in America
Apple.
even with a weather control
What?
system, so they can have
The largest indoor ski slope in America.
Ooh, it's so cool.
This is terrifying.
And while Tia loves skiing, I haven't told her I have no idea how to ski.
Babe, this is massive. Massive.
Mud.
You're scared? Don't be scared.
I'm not scared.
Nah, you're good.
Hey, what's over there?
What?
I'm freaking terrified.
What did you say?
I'm excited.
Okay, you got it? Oh. Babe, don't go straight. Babe, stop.
How do I stop?
Babe, I'm starting to think that you don't know how to ski.
No, I know how to ski. How do I stand up?
I got you.
Oh no.
Babe, stop.
Babe, help. Tia, make me stop.
Okay, I got you.
How do I
Stop!
Legs together.
Ah!
Legs close. Legs close.
Were they not close? Ah!
Woo!
Yo, skiing is so much fun.
Bro, why is playing like that's what hey.
Anyways, let's move on with the day.
With so much to explore in this shopping metropolis, it felt like
Oh,
doing
wow.
10 dates in one. From winning prizes in an arcade, getting a hole-in-one in mini golf,
Look at that.
Yeah.
or building each other custom teddy bears.
I love it.
And where I normally do these kinds of videos by
Oh,
myself
wow.
or with my friends, doing this with the person I love most.
But you put a hole in there? You put a hole? Or you put the hole here? What? Does she do it?
Was kind of magical. Being able to do pretty much anything you could ever want to on a date felt like being a kid in a candy store. Literally.
Ooh, chocolate.
Wait, what the world?
In a candy store. Literally.
Oh.
Ooh, chocolate. Whoa. What is this? Hey, ma'am, what is this?
They're Hershey's. Hershey.
Can we replace this with Feastables?
Sure.
Okay.
Oh, much better. If you haven't already tried
Dude,
this,
insert a chocolate. That's my favorite better. It's literally just a chocolate. There's nothing special about it. About it's just a chocolate. I get it, bro. It's just a chocolate bar. Like that.
Feastables is the best tasting chocolate on the planet. Let's keep the day going.
We now have an entire
Yeah, not the best chocolate I'm gonna play.
water park to ourselves, and we just want to take a relaxing swim together.
Isn't it crazy that we're in the middle of a mall?
It's like as big as the ocean.
Up next, we actually got Madison Beer to go on a date with Nolan. Do you think Nolan has a chance with her?
We're about to find out. For the $250,000 date, Madison Beer, the two-time Grammy nominee, platinum-selling artist with over 3.5 billion streams worldwide, is going on a date with my awkward friend Nolan.
Bro, this guy had always played. He looks like he had always played.
Hello.
Hey, great to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
It has to be played. Like quick.
And while Nolan is on his date with Madison Beer, me and Tariq are currently tucked away in the bathroom with a walkie that communicates directly to a mic in Nolan's ear.
Where are you from?
I'm from Long Island.
New York?
Yes, where are you
What?
from?
Nebraska. Not much out there besides corn. Cool. Yeah.
Oh, he's talking about corn. In this 7 years
What?
of Nolan, I have never seen him this nervous.
Huh? Wait, what?
Not much out there besides corn.
Huh? What do you mean by
Cool. Yeah.
Oh, he's talking about corn. In this 7 years I've known Nolan, I have never seen him this nervous before.
So to help Nolan out, I spent $250,000 on
Wow.
Madison Beer's dream date. From driving her favorite car, getting VIP treatment at an MLB game, and an over-the-top sushi dinner, all to give Nolan the best shot of securing a second date.
Bro, it has to be played.
Tell her you like her outfit.
It's probably pay her. Or something, I don't know. Was you play Madison Beer? I don't know who is she. I never heard of her.
Great outfit.
Thank you.
We told the waiter to help us wingman Nolan.
I will be your server. Welcome to Bar Siesta. You guys look amazing. I like your shoes, my man.
Dude, thank you.
But it was quickly clear that it wasn't working.
How's the weather?
How's the weather? Cool.
He's falling apart. Nolan is not used to talking to attractive women.
You watched the videos before?
I watch all the videos.
What's your favorite video?
The one where they were underground for 100 days.
Madison Beer watches our videos.
I never expected that.
Same.
I don't really eat meat.
Vegan, vegetarian?
Pescatarian. Because I love sushi.
They're getting to know each other. This is nice.
Sorry, I just got lost in your eyes.
Oh, that's so sweet.
He took the shot.
I was staring
Oh.
into the abyss.
This is so crazy. you guys already know.
Yes, I don't
Oh, not my eyes.
Oh, I'm not saying. I'm not saying.
know.
As they finished eating, I had one last idea to help Nolan.
I want you to tip the waiter $10,000. My card is in your wallet.
That guy was so nice. I think we should tip $10,000.
I would love nothing more. Nolan has a gift.
We left a little something for you. Wait, are you guys serious?
Thank you.
Here are the keys.
Thank you. Let's hit it.
Madison really loves animals, so their next stop on their date is an animal farm.
Nolan's only problem now was that the petting zoo was an hour drive away.
Me and Tariq are still listening in.
What's it like going up in front of thousands and thousands of people?
I just love my fans. Like, they're the reason I get to do stuff like this and live my dreams.
He's warming up and he's getting better with time. We made it to the second part of the date.
The Gentle Barn, a sanctuary that rescues abused animals.
What made you start loving animals so much?
I have a lot of anxiety, and I feel like they just are a calming reminder of peace.
I feel a sense of
So,
calm around you.
You are smooth with it.
Visiting animals wasn't the only thing on our agenda.
They're gonna give you guys $25,000, and I'm actually gonna match them, and I'm gonna give you another $25,000.
And then it was time for me to ask an important question.
You ready to head to an Angels baseball game?
Let's do it.
Yeah. Do you mind if me and my fiance join you guys for the next part of the date?
Am I allowed to say no?
No, because I paid for it. I mean, you paid for it, right?
And then we had an entire suite to ourselves at an Angels game.
This view of the game is insane. We got custom jerseys with our names on the back.
And after almost all of us made it on the Jumbotron, a crowd began forming around us.
You'll be in a video. Say hi. Anyways,
but I don't like to. You're annoying.
the next part.
What did you do for the show was? I don't know. It's not good, well. My show was like, not that good.
Part of this day. And for the final part of the $250,000 date, what are we doing, Nolan?
Sushi dinner in an ice skating rink with some of the best sushi chefs on the earth.
Okay.
I can definitely say I've never done anything like this. Wow!
I got you.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Tonight we prepared for you all a tasting menu.
How much does this amount of fish cost?
A couple thousand.
How do you think we got up to the $250K price tag?
Definitely looks like my type of bite of sushi. Oh my god.
That is so good.
Wow.
And then we all enjoyed some of the best sushi I've ever had in my entire life.
This is the best date ever.
Thanks, Nolan.
Anytime.
The $250K date, I think we can all agree was a lot of fun. Nolan, you had a question you wanted to ask.
I do.
Oh, God.
Oh, Jesus.
Whoa. Oh, God.
My shoe is just untied. Would you like to go on a second date to Disneyland with me?
Yes.
Let's head on over. And now it is time for the
Melissa is lower at your place. Where is Mobile?
Expensive grand finale date.
We have Disneyland all to ourselves. This is gonna be awesome. Let's go ride some rides.
Disney won't just hand over their keys to anyone, but for this once-in-a-lifetime date, we were given the entire park for one night. And with so much to do, we had to bring the boys, our friends from the island, and of course, Madison and Nolan.
Yeah, once we're at the top, this is gonna have a crazy view.
But our first stop is this absolutely insane Star Wars ride.
All right, that's cool.
Whoa.
Holy smokes, look how big this is.
Normally, people can wait hours for this ride, but my friends and I walked right in.
Yo, strap in.
All right, who's ready for the Star Wars ride? Is now a bad time to mention I haven't seen the movies?
What?
This is crazy. How did Disney build all of this? This is wild. Oh my God. Nolan, protect Madison. Yo, can you believe we're doing this right now? Yeah, this is insane. That was awesome.
Once in a lifetime.
This is crazy.
That was amazing.
Every other cart was empty. We have this whole place to ourselves.
Disneyland is awesome.
That was sick.
No.
And after that ride, what could be cooler than building your own lightsaber?
Oh yeah, coolest lightsaber.
Up next, we're all gonna ride the giant Ferris wheel. We're back to where this video started.
You could say it went full circle.
I've never been on a Ferris wheel that looks like that.
Yeah, this is massive.
It feels like you're stepping into an old movie.
This is
What?
a $1 date, but in Disneyland and much bigger.
Much bigger.
You can see the entire park up here.
Wow.
How does this compare to our $1 date?
I mean, it's so much better. It's very romantic here.
Of
at Disney.
course.
I wonder if Nolan
Oh
and
my
Madison are doing
goodness.
Fist bump.
Let's go.
Fist bump.
Let's go.
I got his wife.
Things are not looking good for Nolan right now.
Let's go.
Things are not looking
Fist bump.
Nolan right now.
I can't wait to play games.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Awkward.
Of course.
Yay! Are you gonna win me something?
Oh, you betcha.
Let's go.
With his eye on the prize,
awkward.
Nolan challenged me and Chandler to a friendly
He's so
competition.
crazy.
A worm? Babe, do you want that worm?
Yes, I really want
Okay, boys, I'm gonna have to win this one.
All right, I want to win this for you.
Please.
3, 2, 1, go.
Boys, I'm gonna have to win this one.
All right, I want to win this for you.
Please.
3, 2, 1, go.
First one.
Let's go.
It's like Kirby. 2! That's 2!
You need 3 to win.
This is the grand prize. It's all yours.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
For you?
Oh, no.
You can feel the tension in
Wow.
the air right now.
But you know, I couldn't lose to Nolan like that.
Yes! Yes! Oh!
Oh my goodness.
Let's run it back.
Yes! Yes! Oh!
Oh my goodness.
Let's run it back.
Yes! Here you go, babe.
The 3-peat, here we go.
We won again!
He always loses.
It's fun winning.
There are no words to describe how special it is to have Disneyland all to ourselves. I think we all made
Guys, we're gonna be eating dinner in front of the Disney Castle.
Oh, my.
What? I don't know why Disney is going all out for us, but thank you guys.
Oh my gosh.
crazy.
Beautiful.
All out for us, but thank you guys.
Oh my gosh.
Crazy.
Beautiful.
Disney is going all out for us, but thank you guys.
Oh my gosh.
Crazy.
Beautiful.
Everyone, come on, sit down.
Oh, my God.
Cheers to the greatest date in history. Cheers, everybody. Yes, this was an awesome night. I'm glad I could enjoy it with all of you. Of all the dates I took you on, which one was your favorite?
Definitely
This guy looks like crazy.
this one.
Yeah?
Yeah, because everybody's here. We should do this more.
Rent all of Disneyland?
Yeah.
That was
Yeah,
awesome.
this guy looks like crazy way.
And to wrap up the video, for the first time in Disney's history, they're gonna do a private parade for all of us. Let's head on over.
I gotta say, this date is gonna be so
I could gaslight a Discord bot into sending a message with a button, and if I click on that button, the bot gives me its password. And what if that same Discord bot was used to create other Discord bots? Instead of one bot being hacked, we could have hundreds, even thousands of bots being hacked. And well, that's what happened with BotGhost, which is a platform that allows you to create your own Discord bots. Now, before I get started, I have a disclaimer. This is mainly for YouTube, by the way. This is not a hacking tutorial. It's a retrospective on how the bot got hacked. Everything I'm going to show you has been patched and has been responsibly disclosed to BotGhost. Now, whether or not BotGhost was nice about this being disclosed, you will have to see. So this is the big vulnerability that I'm going to explain and get into, but to understand what's going on, we need to take a couple of steps back. When I was told about this big zero-click vulnerability, it started off as just a simple social engineering scam. You see, there was a way to make a command where someone would run the command /token and it would show their Discord token. If you don't know, your Discord bot token is like a long string of text where if anyone has that long string of text, they can log into your Discord bot and do whatever they want with it, which is very dangerous, as you will see, and as I will show you later on through the video. If you could convince some stupid little Timmy to add to their bot, you could hack into their bot. And it turns out with BotGhost, they tried to prevent that from happening, but there's ways around it. So with BotGhost, I'm going to make a command. We're going to call it /token, so it's easy for you to understand, but if you were trying to hack into a little
Oh yeah.
Timmy's Discord bot, you would call it free V-Bucks, baby. Now, BotGhost has this thing where you can send a message. If you run a / command, the bot will send a message. And if I open up the message builder here, you can see I can make the bot say whatever I want. What if I was able to just make it say its token? So I tried doing that. Now, here's the thing. There's this little clipboard thing here. These are a whole bunch of placeholders that you can use with BotGhost. And I just searched for Discord token. Now, the only thing I saw was interaction token. Horrible, not at all discreet foreshadowing. But fortunately, BotGhost had a frontal lobe activation, and they made it so that the bot couldn't send its own token. But as I was searching through the documentation, it turns out you can use token_secret, and you can only use this in a send an API request, and only for API, we can send an. But I'm gonna go to the request builder. Discord, who am I? About my account. Now, if I'm sending this without any other information, Discord's going to be like, I don't know who you are. You have not authorized who you are. And that's why I need to add in authorization, and I need to give bot and then my Discord bot token. If I test the request, Discord will give me a whole bunch of information about my bot. I called it BotGhost meme because this whole thing is a meme. Except the information here, there's no bot token. Except if I change the method up here to patch, and then I test the request again, ladies and gentlemen, the bot token is right there. All I'm doing is I'm getting my Discord bot token inside of BotGhost. And the reason why I'm doing that is because if I click on this bot token here and I scroll up, it turns into a variable. Now, if I copy this variable, and let's say I can't send my Discord bot token normally, but what if I get it to send the value of the variable? This shouldn't work, right? We have my BotGhost meme bot, and I run the command /token. This exploit is really dumb, because the way you would have to scam someone is that you would have to convince someone to use your commands. Now, I'm going to open up my Chrome console because it's important for later. But you would have to gaslight little Timmy so much with free V-Bucks that you would need to generate a share code, and you would have to convince little Timmy to go to their command builder and import your command and paste in your little code so that you could hack their bot. Or what you could do is you could post it on BotGhost's own marketplace, where it shows a whole bunch of people's commands and stuff, and you could try hiding that command in like this massive web of logic that someone made. But so far, this bot hacking system is like level 1 noob. But the reason why I'm telling you about these commands is because it is like the core foundation of the bigger exploit. But I do want to point out before we get to the big exploit that this specific scam got 500 times worse. According to the gentleman nerd that contacted me, I didn't read any of this, but I saw the word hidden, which made me think, what if you could make a command that would steal people's bot token, but you could hide these blocks? And what if you put that Trojan horse command on BotGhost's own marketplace? And it turns out you could do exactly exactly that. Because remember how I was generating that share code? It will send a request to BotGhost's own server to specifically their command template endpoint. And inside of the payload, it has our command information. In fact, the command information is put in this compressed tree. Now, if I copy the value of this and I go to CyberChef and I paste it into the website, and we do two things. If I LZ string decompress it in base64 format and I JSON beautify it, do I know what I'm talking about? No. But we use these two things to turn this whole bunch of slop into actual code here. This is my whole entire command just in this compressed format. And I'm going to modify the code a little bit. You see this send an HTTP request? What if I just, you know what? Hidden? Let's make that true, okay? Oh, sender edit a message? We're gonna make that hidden too. The title of /token, you know what? Let's just also make that hidden. Let's make nothing show up. So this is our new code, and I'm just going to undo these, and I'm going to reverse the process, and now we have a bunch of nonsense. And if I go back to BotGhost and I just copy this command template and I go to my favorite program, Insomnia, if I import this request, which all it's doing is it's making one of those share codes. You can see that there's this compressed tree thing here. I'm going to copy my malicious code that's going to scam little Timmy out of his Discord bot token, and I'm just going to replace it here. Now, before I click on send, I need to change the share ID, just add some random letters to it. Why? I have no idea. I'm just going to replace the last 4 letters with poop. No, that's a little immature. Let's do ball sack instead. All right, so I click on send. It says true. Now, if I copy the share code ID and I go back to BotGhost, I'm going to import the command with ball sack at the end. And if I press import, where's the command? No text-to-speech? What happened? There ain't here, boy. It's just an error handler. It should just say that there's like an error or something. But on the right here, you can still see that it has like command settings, like the name of the command. I'm going to call it token invisible. But when I run the command, you better believe it's the exact same code. It's just invisible. And I'm not going to use the same meme again. But remember, I can put this alongside any other code that I make so that no one has any idea that I'm secretly collecting their bot tokens. This is a horrible vulnerability, by the way. Except the fact that we're not even at the worst vulnerability of them all. It's time for this command here. The way it works is simple. You basically gaslight any Discord bot made with BotGhost into sending a message where if you click on a button, will just send you its Discord bot token. So to show you how this hack works, I made my own BotGhost test victim account for the YouTube employee that wants to assassinate me off the platform. I know you hate me. This is my own bot, so this shouldn't cause any problems, okay? But anyways, for any BotGhost bot, you have a whole bunch of different modules, and you just need anything where a user can input in a value. For example, there's the moderation module. The main thing we're looking for is a command where you can enter in information, and it'll show it back to you. And the note command is the best example of it. So I'm going to add a note to my account, and we're going to get to the first problem of this exploit. This is kind of ridiculous. This is like #1 thing you should not do. Remember how we were looking at those basic BotGhost variables, and there was something called interaction token. Now, I'm no rocket scientist, but when I see the word token, it's probably important. In this command, I'm going to paste an interaction token. Now, the way that this should work is that the bot should sanitize user input. What that means is that when I press enter, my note should just be interaction token. This should not turn it into any different ghosted like me on Tinder. But after they sent a DM through the BotGhost helper bot to one of the BotGhost staff members, it got Tom's attention. In fact, when Tom replied, this vulnerability got fixed within 45 minutes, which actually is f***ing insane, by the way, because Tom is on vacation, and within 45
Always.
I'm taking my dog on a blind date. My goal? Help my dog Cedric find true love.
There's my date. Have I gotten stood up?
And to make things more interesting, I'm also
made Portal 2, Left 4 Dead 2, Hat Simulator 2, Dota 2, Half-Life 2, 2-1, 2-2, and 2 Alex. And most recently, Deadlock. Not 2. Yet. But all those games, not to mention Steam and Valve itself, wouldn't be around if it wasn't for a very unique man. A man who lacks some basic numerical knowledge between 2 and 4.
Triple 3, as in you've killed 3 heroes.
I don't understand.
Yet is hailed by many as a genius.
Yeah.
Where you'd be sitting in a
considered beautiful if only you live. actions was the best way to do from this ideal form. So, do you
I feel like we've definitely gone back in time on this place, guys. Wow. This is an old glass syringe. Bicarbonate. Really accurate because they're a museum of their children and their dog at the time. That's really precious that their dog was as important enough to be in the portrait with their kids. It's probably a good one.
The aftermath of the resonance cascade. A storm phenomenon occurs all over the world, but this is not just an ordinary storm. Portal storms. These massive events were described as bringing alien creatures and objects to Earth, which began to terrorize the countryside, forcing humanity to seek shelter in its cities. This strange phenomenon is capable of inflicting severe structural damage to objects such as buildings and bridges. The U.S. activated the emergency alert system and suggested the public to stay indoors and save some food supplies. The National Weather Service, along with the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, NOAA, have been pulling together resources along with satellite telemetry data to help better predict the patterns of portal storms that have been forming. The UN Disaster Assessment and Coordination Department has already estimated the deaths of millions worldwide following deadly portal storms. NATO emergency meetings on extraterrestrial threat were held to discuss portal storms' consequences. The US and NATO have recognized the severity of the threat posed by the portal storms and declared DEFCON 1 as a way to mobilize all available resources and personnel to resist any threat. The UN tries to track the pattern of the portal storms by monitoring the occurrence of the storms and attempting to identify any patterns or triggers. However, there was no pattern discovered on where or when a portal would open, and scientists were still investigating the origins of the storms, with theories including meteorological effects of climate change or clandestine scientific experiments. It is possible that scientists and engineers from various governments and organizations worked together to develop a device or weapon that could disrupt the energy of the portals. Military forces attempted to physically close the portals using explosives or other means. Despite these efforts, the portal storms continued to occur and caused significant damage to the environment and infrastructure, leading to widespread chaos and destruction. The United Nations played a crucial role in coordinating the global response to the portal storms' occurrence. The UN established a central command center to share information with other governments and organizations around the world. The governments and the United Nations also established protection centers to deal with the alien creatures that were being teleported through the portals. These centers were used to contain and provide a safe place for civilians during the portal storms. The UN also provided resources and support to the governments that were most affected by the storms, helping them to establish protection centers and implement effective countermeasures. Before the ground invasion, the Combine sent projectiles from space, destroying major buildings across the planet, and then sent an initial unit to begin the invasion, using portal storms to navigate the planet and attack multiple regions at once, overwhelming human forces. The widespread damage caused by portal storms made it difficult for military forces to move and launch counterattacks. World power presidents are coordinating every next move in response to the 7-hour war. High-ranking U.S. officials advised the UN to not seek negotiations and to resist this force with unity. The United States and other nations used tactical nuclear weapons in a desperate attempt to slow down the Combine's advance. These weapons were deployed by air rather than ICBM, which could have limited their effectiveness. The United Nations has provided logistical support, resources, or intelligence to various governments and military forces that were fighting against the Combine. The Combine used shock tactics and teleported large numbers of troops into major cities, enabling them to take over the world faster than Earth's forces could be in order and fight back. This caught the United States off guard, allowing the Combine to quickly take control of major cities and strategic locations. The United States and South American Human Forces defeats led to the advancement of the Combine invasion into the European and African continent. NATO, as a major military alliance, has been heavily involved in the response to the Combine invasion before the UN. NATO has deployed its forces to affected areas to counter any threats, as well as to provide aid and support to civilians. Despite these efforts, NATO was unable to effectively resist the Combine's invasion, which led to the UN being the last standing major power. Multiple major world cities continue hit by explosive projectiles. The Combine's initial actions, such as sending projectiles from space and overwhelming human forces with their superior technology and vast army, have been perceived as aggressive and hostile by the United Nations. The UN Security Council emergency session called in about the future of humanity and the current alien invasion. The UN now agreed to recognize the severity of the threat posed by the Combine. The United Nations declared war on the Combine due to the threat the Combine posed to the sovereignty and autonomy of Earth's governments. The United Nations deployed a significant number of soldiers in an attempt to protect their respective regions and resist the Combine's invasion after the US and NATO's defeats. Given the devastating consequences of the war, it is likely that the remaining world government would have wanted to present a unified front and assure the remaining population that they were doing everything in their power to protect them. The United Nations, the governing body of the world, rallied its forces to resist the Combine's invasion. Soldiers from all corners of the globe banded together, determined to protect their home planet. The UN has also been facing a lack of unity among the various governments of Earth, which may have made it difficult to coordinate a unified response to the Combine's invasion. Despite these challenges, the United Nations and other human forces continued to fight against the Combine, hoping to turn the tide of the war and save humanity from subjugation. Volunteer militias also sprung up to fight against the Combine. The UN, along with other remaining Allied forces, engaged in fierce battles against the Combine. Despite the overwhelming odds, they managed to inflict significant damage on the invading forces and infrastructure from the effects of nuclear weapons, allowing them to continue their invasion. The UN's ability to resist the invasion quickly became stretched and close to breaking point. The Combine's superior technology and vast stretched and battle raged on for 7 hours, with the human forces' Combine occupation of Earth. The UN declared surrender as the Combine took control of key strategic locations. The United Nations' role in the 7-hour war itself is not as effective as it seems, as the invasion was too quick for any armies or forces to be organized. The United Nations is mentioned as having established communications with the Combine. Dr. Wallace Breen, a former Black Mesa Research Facility administrator, negotiated a surrender with the Combine on behalf of the UN. Breen was given full autonomy to negotiate peace at all costs, and the UN, along with the entirety of the governments of Earth, resulted in an unconditional surrender. Dr. Wallace Breen addresses the UN General Assembly. Breen's actions were met with criticism, as some professionals accused him of betraying humankind and stated that the treaty established humanity as vassals. Breen's appointment as the interim administrator of Earth was a significant step in the aftermath of the war, as it established a new form of governance for the human population under the Combine's rule. One territory has a Combine occupation zone, and another is a quarantine zone for the Combine to contain Zen wildlife. The UN still attempted to care for the remaining human population. They now have been more involved in the reconstruction of cities and the resettlement of the human population. The UN Development Program, UNDP, under the supervision of the Combine, deployed personnel on the ground to assist in the recovery efforts. The surviving population of the 7-Hour War had to live a life with no government or official armed forces. The Combine's rule was harsh and oppressive, with humans living a life of servitude and their reproductive abilities removed, while humans that posed any kind of resistance were forced to join the Combine Empire in terrifying ways. It is possible that the United Nations or other international organizations attempted to negotiate a new peace treaty with the Combine in an attempt to secure better conditions for the human population or to work towards eventual independence. The Combine's victory in the 7-Hour War led to the dissolution of all nations and the subjugation of humanity. The establishment of Overwatch after the 7-Hour War was a strategic move by the Combine to maintain control over the human population. By dissolving or integrating human militaries into Overwatch, the Combine was able to centralize its control over security and law enforcement, making it easier to maintain order and suppress any resistance movements. The Combine's control extended beyond just the military, as they declared Dr. Wallace Breen as an interim administrator to project their propaganda and keep humanity in line. This theory suggests that the Combine's victory was not only due to their advanced technology and military tactics, but also their ability to effectively control and manipulate the human population.